All right, everyone. Well, I'm back to saying my my signature phrase. We are back with the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Jolt, your chief host of the show, and as always, I'm joined by none other than my wonderful co-host, Avira.
Hello, guys! I hope you are having a fantastic Friday night, wherever you might be on planet Earth, or wherever you are listening to this. Um, yeah, it's great to be back. It's 2024, guys. Holy bonkers. Let's go! I know
Awesome.
I said that last week, but I'm still super hyped. I can't believe it's 2024 already. What the heck?
Awesome. Yeah. 6 years on, and we're still trucking. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the weeks and years just keep going. And joining us today is, of course, my interim host, Noble.
Good morning, good evening, and whatever. I don't care. I swear, some of the stuff I've seen already kick off this year. I can't wait to see what happens next. And my only question is, how is the popcorn going to be discounted this year? I'm going to use a lot of it.
I think at this point we'd have to buy a cornfield that's bigger than the state of Iowa. Like, let's
Well,
be
that
real.
sounds impossible.
No, it's a life goal. But come on, if we're sitting here watching the world go up in flames, we're gonna need a healthy supply of popcorn.
No, I'm more watching it sort of slowly sink into the ocean as it kicks and
Hmm.
screams.
I know, I get the same thing though. But I think if I were you, I would, you know what, I would also need to have a healthy supply of things to run on this year. About my own salt mine, as if I've.
Oh, yes. So you can always pour the salt whenever it's deemed necessary.
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, that or I was thinking of like a giant like acorn tree. You can just have all the nuts.
mm, maybe gifted, to me. Like
You just
really.
gotta find the right tree, buddy. That's fine.
Oh, that's the thing. I think we'd need more than a giant old oak for that. Actually, we need a plantation's worth at this point because that to,
Totally.
because of the sheer scale of it all is has gone out of control. You know, we're gonna need to go big or go home. But
Right on. Well, that's a good motto to live by.
but yeah, that to keep going with, we have another item that's actually befitting. We have the first item that's been making rounds because it's befitting of what's just going on in this world, really. Okay, let's share. Oh, why is this doing? Okay, it's why is it doing this? Share, please, thank you. Okay, Top Doctor says it's okay to be fat and obesity should be normalized. Now we've all known about this. Is like they've made the push like years and years ago, and it's all just commonplace because of the whole you know body positivity movement, acceptance, and or
Well,
whatever have you. Right?
see the first three sorry, the first three words in that sentence was TikTok doctor says.
Yes.
So right off the bat, there's something wrong here. It's okay to be fat, and obesity should be normalized. I'm not sure if you guys know anything too much about obesity, but when it comes to early death and like heart attacks, that's that kills most. What is that, like the second leading cause of death like ever?
Right. Like if I mean in the United States, I would be very very inclined to believe that, of course. I mean, here it'd probably, cardiovascular diseases are probably the biggest, the most leading cause of death. But They're
Oh
all
yeah, totally.
interconnected. Yeah, interconnected in some way, shape.
And they even say it in the this article too. It says, despite obesity being a leading cause of death in America, yeah, it is.
Yes.
And you got this
Um,
quote unquote doctor saying that it should be normalized, bruh.
we got a comment. Boombox, did one of these fatty influencers die at 30? I think it was actually 25, and I think it was not long after they appeared on television.
Yes, I think I know who you're talking about, Boom. That was a woman who I think she also debated Ben Shapiro, I think at one point, but she's a self-proclaimed fat activist. Yeah, I think she was like 25 or 26 or something. And unfortunately, yeah, she ended up passing away from weight-related complications, despite her saying that I'm healthy at every size and I run 5 miles a day. Which bullshit? No, she doesn't.
And that,
Look,
yeah, if you're inclined to make that claim, you bet. That shape ain't no, that makes no sense.
the issue I take with this whole thing is that it shouldn't be normalizing of this isn't going to be good.
Well, one thing I'm curious about is why do they make this so politicized? You know, it's your health. Like, if you're overweight, then obviously you're not very healthy. That has nothing to do with who you vote for. So I don't know why this is
So,
like some kind of oppressive movement, right? Like, are they oppressed? What's
There's
going on here?
Joel, can you scroll down for me,
yeah,
please?
okay. All
So,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I want to see
I
what
want
this
to see the TikTok
doctor
thing.
has to say.
The Twitter post. Intern medicine doctor. Oh shit! I think this person's going to get fired.
Oh no! Why? What did she say?
Gee, I don't
Interesting.
know. Being fat is okay, and we should accept it.
Right.
Well,
And
yeah,
Are
but
you
we have
trying to?
some woke doctors, you know.
I've been saying that for
there's
years.
more. Yeah, and then the next sentence on this, on this little item here, when Groningen went on to claim that being fat is quote unquote typically not a problem that requires immediate solving.
Yeah. What about the undue stress on your body? I mean, shit. I've lost like a shit ton of weight recently. I mean, over the period of about a year, but the benefits I received from like dropping my weight has been significant.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's literally
So
what every single doctor tells you to do ever.
because
Because
humans
you're
weren't
right, Noble.
designed to sit and eat all day, that's why. All right, just the thing that really pisses me off is just how aggressive people like this are when it comes to anything in their little imagination. For instance, fat positivity. If you see someone who's morbidly obese, generally don't go off and tease them or talk behind their back or whatever
Oh,
about them being fat,
oh.
because there are some medical conditions where it doesn't matter what a person does, they just can't lose weight. Their body won't allow it.
Yeah.
There was also a case where this one woman went to several different doctors and they all said, "Oh, it's just puppy fat, stop eating, chocolate. Oh, there's probably hiding chocolate." Yeah, no. She had a basketball-sized fucking cyst in her belly. And it's the reason why she was so fat. But no doctor would actually pay
Whoa.
attention. Yeah. So it's just the thing that really pisses me off. You just don't know. But trying to say that it's normal, well, shit. I mean, dropping dead isn't a problem to this doctor.
No, strokes and
You know,
heart attacks sound fun, right? Well,
what about
let's
bloody
go on.
nurses?
See what.
There's
Well,
a, I,
let's see
I
what the
heard a
article says here.
All right. Let's see. Presumably, it only needs quote unquote solving once an obese person has developed numerous fat-related diseases that greatly increase their risk of dying. Okay, now you tell us it needs to be solved.
so
Yeah.
preventative medicine isn't a thing then?
How about just take care of yourself? You know, don't sit on the couch all day and eat fucking Doritos and drink soda. I mean, right? At
What
this
about
point,
something I really should point out is what about nurses? What about the people this so-called
Right.
doctor works with?
Even
I've there
Yeah.
there are stories out there where a nurse has unfortunately broken her back while trying to move a patient that was just way too obese. She was fine for the rest of the day, went home, went to bed. When she woke up, she couldn't actually get out of bed because, well, broken
Yeah.
back.
Right. She done it. She done it in too much strain on the.
So what about the co-workers? What about people having to go into the hospital for some condition related to their obesity, or that's been exacerbated by their obesity?
And that's the thing too. That this is not too dissimilar from most other health conditions out there, especially when it comes to things like addiction. You know, if you see someone like a family member or a loved one and they're genuinely like suffering and you see them spiraling down this crazy health path, it's like, yo, we're not fat shaming you. It's not like you're a bad person. It's not about hatred or whatever. It's literally about trying to save someone's life. And this is really funny too. In the article, it says, perhaps even more ludicrously, the doctor said, it's okay not to be healthy. Yo, what doctor would tell you it's okay not to be healthy? I'm sorry, what?
I
What does
seriously
that
hope this
mean?
person loses a medical license.
Yo, you go to the doctor to get better. What the hell? Anyway, it's suggesting that people who suggest otherwise are engaging in healthism. That's a new one. Adding that a good doctor will not judge you for being fat. They will not judge you for being unhealthy. Bullshit! That's their job. They diagnose the problem and then they try to get you better so you live longer. What? Oh, this
Vera,
woman's. What?
Vera, that's not judging, that's diagnosing the issue.
Yeah, but
Judging
they
is a
call it
doctor term.
healthism. I know, but that's
Yeah,
what these woke tards do. They make up words. Healthism. You're judging me.
I want to be unhealthy. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna go to a doctor that's not gonna judge me.
good luck with that shit.
It's like, yeah, like, can I have a doctor that says, that tells me I can be as as unwell as I want, and be like everything's gonna be okay.
Well, if you got
Oh,
a TikTok doctor with like
Yeah.
purple hair telling you, "Oh, you're beautiful just the way you are," you had a stroke, it's fine.
I like this news article. What's this? According to the CDC in the scroll down.
Okay, hold on
Yeah,
a second.
scroll down a bit.
According to the United States and world, obesity is also associated with the leading cause of death, including deaths from diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer.
Yeah, no crap. So if you have a problem and you go to a doctor, and shouldn't they tell you, hey, this is the treatment that we're suggesting because you've been diagnosed with, let's say, I don't know, high blood pressure or whatever, high cholesterol, whatever the problems might be.
Right.
And this
But
TikTok doctor is telling you that it's not. And I bet she has a lot of followers too, probably thousands of them, right?
yeah,
Wouldn't
and
surprise me.
like above this, there's a high important statement they've got to read here. Right? Groningen completely removes any responsibility for the equation, telling potential patients, "We quote unquote, we are also here to help you if you decide to not make any changes at all."
So that means they're not there to help then at all.
And be like,
If they're
okay,
like, yeah, I'm gonna go to a doctor because, like, I don't know, my family said I was overweight and maybe I have diabetes. I don't know, but if my doctor says it's fine, then whatever.
be like, you're okay just the way you are. Just keep eating some more Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
Just
whatever.
why?
Go have some McDonald's.
Here's a question: why are you giving your money to these companies?
Or these,
Because people like this, well, I wouldn't say it's company. It's more like woke doctors who have infiltrated the system, and they're
No,
trying
no,
to promote an
I'm
agenda.
referring to I'm referring to investing money into companies that basically sell nothing but fancy sugar. That's all it is.
Oh, that. Yeah.
And
Well,
this
that's
doctor
because it's
here
addictive.
is, in a sense, promoting that. Why are you giving your money to the company that owns the Mars bars or chocolate companies or that sort of shit? I mean, what's the
Because
benefit
sugar's
to you?
good and addictive and yummy? Nothing, really.
The whole reason why sweet is a thing is to make sure that you eat good foods, not unhealthy foods. Unfortunately, nice tasting stuff has been adulterated up its ass so that it's basically it's horrible for you.
Well,
I mean, I'm
originally, yeah,
addicted
that
to
was
bloody chocolate as
evolutionary
it is.
standpoint.
If I stopped eating chocolate, I would probably lose another like 15 kilos in about a month.
Well, I hope you choke on it because I can't have chocolate.
Oh, what's wrong with it? Like medical condition?
Yeah.
No, it's a shame though. I mean, I would say you're missing out, but you
Well,
know,
from an evolutionary standpoint, it was like our monkey ancestors. They used to eat like sweet fruits and stuff, and that was good. And that gave them a lot of like natural sugars, a lot of energy. But now it's all.
it's all
I mean,
heavily
sure, you can have
processed.
a chocolate bar here and there. Like it's okay to have a cheeseburger once in a while. But
Yeah, once in a
but
while,
if you're
but not
like
every fucking meal.
500 pounds and you're like you can't barely walk anymore, it's like that's a problem.
Hmm.
And this is a
Yeah,
relatively modern problem too.
right. Like, you can say something about how the dangers of processed foods, which is also a big contributor to, you know,
True.
obesity and all that stuff. Which again, like which
I,
is far from ideal.
I would love to see a viral video of a doctor speaking out against this crap, being like, "Yo, body positivity. Sure, you can love yourself and whatnot, but to love yourself, you have to be healthy. How can you love yourself if you're gorging until you get health issues, like until you die? Like, what doctor would fucking say that? Who would ever say that?
Here's the thing: at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own body. So if you turn around and you
True.
stuff it full of shit for like 30 odd years, don't bitch and moan that you got diabetes or your legs like 4 times the size it should be, or that you're basically sitting there having a heart attack.
It's true. It's true. Like there is a level of addiction, but when it comes to things like food, like only eat when you're hungry.
No.
That's like whatever.
That can be problematic too. I mean, there are different ways to eat. You could have what used to happen a few hundred years ago, at least in England or British area, where you just have one giant meal in the middle of the day. There's a 3-day, eating 3 times a day, eating 3 proper meals. Drinking enough water is also important. Eating more sort of less processed food as well, if you want to go, down that path, quote unquote.
Well, I was more concerned about the term healthism, which is apparently some kind of like a woke new term that these doctors are using to
Only that
kind of
one, but
combat.
it's like this. I think is gonna be creating the dividing line between
No,
normal people who who
it
are
is.
perfectly healthy and they want to, and when they get unwell they want to be perfectly healthy again.
I don't know
And
what the heck their actual definition of it is, but I think healthism to these people is like, well, if you want to promote, a healthy living, eat your fruits and vegetables, exercise, just get out and just be like a normal fucking person. That seems to be where they have a problem with that, and they're just making up terms to like demonize people.
right, because God forbid you
I,
want to actually get better.
God forbid, right? Apparently
Um,
that's what I was saying before, but how it got all political and why I don't really agree with that.
Right. That I mean, I don't think
But
that was
that's
super
just my
duper
opinion.
political,
But
but it's
still,
just I know. I think the doctor's probably just probably just an activist and all that. But anyway, that aside,
Um, there's also lawsuits that can come out from bad advice. I mean, if someone has a stroke because they decided not to follow the doctor's instruction to keep eating, I mean, what's going to happen to that
yeah,
doctor's
yeah,
portfolio?
my doctor told me I'm beautiful. Told me to eat 3 Big Macs a day, and now I had a heart attack. Well, crap. Whose fault is that? I mean, both probably, to some degree, right?
Technically,
But
it's the
yeah, medical
doctors. So
malpractice.
what's next on the
Totally.
table? Sorry.
all right. Next, we have more outrage this time, but here we go. Okay. Wholesome dungeon meshy anime promotion enrages unhinged users on X. And what was this really about? Studio Trigger released some official dungeon meshy artwork on their account, and this has caused small segments of the X user base to lash out. And this is the picture, the offending picture in question. Take a look.
I'm so offended. Oh goodness.
So I'm trying to figure out what's offensive about some woman sitting down. I'm guessing an elf with a stick.
Yes, it's an elf with a staff. She's just there, holding down, and she's pretty beautiful. And
Is
the
it too wholesome because she has too many clothes on?
right, it's not even but it's not even fingered by any standards at all. It's not.
Hmm.
It's
So what's the issue here? What are people talking about?
right. What is the issue here? Like again, there's nothing wrong with the issue. It's well drawn.
Is
it's
it
a
AI?
no, actually.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
I
It does not look like
understand.
it.
It does not look like AI art, believe it or not. Even though, yes, some animes and manga have been employing the use of AI for certain things, of course, but this is definitely not AI art. And so let's have a look at some of the reactions to the art. This user here at G Green Cake. This coquettish fan service pin-up pose they have Marcel in is gonna be the recent I commit a violent crime or an act. Bro, if you
Uh,
want to commit a violent crime or an act for just one for over the same thing of a woman, I would call you a simp.
Oh, are you absolutely serious? What do you think's going to happen when you go in front of a judge saying, yeah, I murdered this person because of this stupid picture online? Are you fucking serious? Oh, man. Softcore porn, if you could even call it that, just because of the bedroom eyes. And
It's not even bedroom
you want
eyes.
to go out.
She's got her eyes wide open. It's just I mean, yeah, she's lying down, she's posed like that, but
The term violent extremist sort of comes to mind with this. Is that what you want to be? I've seen
imagine,
what happens to people in that sort of group. Good
like,
luck.
yeah, imagine getting all up in arms just because you got the shit out of picture of an anime girl.
They did reference something in this article about some, as you said, unhinged fucking radicals.
Well, and yeah, unhinged
The
people
the
next.
the Kyoto what was it? Some arson attack that happened last year.
Right, yeah, like,
Sometimes weebs get crazy. Like sometimes they go crazy, man.
right, like
They
they burn
legit
down
threaten violence.
an entire anime studio.
Yep. So right now, Japan is like they're not pulling any punches. They're like, all right, if y'all want to be freaking violent and threaten all this crap, who knows what could happen? It
So
just takes
hang on.
one wackadoodle. That's
I'm
it.
just going to ask this because this is going to be funny. I'm assuming all the people who are turning around and getting enraged and they want to go commit violent acts are all European based.
We're probably like
I'm not sure because
Westerners in
You
the
want to
United
go and
States.
attack the creators of this anime because the sexy pin-up, quote unquote. Oh my god, are you all a bunch of racists? Don't you like Asian people? Fucking hell.
I mean, ugh. And the Japanese do they fantasize over the white skin and blonde hair archetype. It's their thing.
Yeah, she's got green eyes though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, eye color.
I see nothing wrong with this, to be honest. Like I really don't. Like, why in the hell are people getting all up in arms over Twitter?
Right, and even a
Come
normal
on.
person would find this like there's nothing wrong with this picture. There's just anyway.
a well drawn animated character from a Western
It's not a Western studio; it's a Japanese studio. It's
story.
It's
Whatever. Just what the hell? I mean, just oh my.
Okay, next reaction. Okay.
Oh no.
And he just says, killing any man who looks at her.
Good luck with that. Oh, if anyone,
And what
if anybody
is that a weed
mysteriously
talking?
dies
It
around,
probably is, right?
sorry, if anybody around this person mysteriously dies, who's a male, the police see this, that person's getting arrested or dragged in, kicking and screaming for questioning.
I mean, why would you even say this about a freaking like? If I saw some, I don't know, anime character, I'm not gonna get all up in arms and be like, I'm gonna go attack the studio. Isn't that freaking bonkers?
No, so in Japan a couple of years ago, somebody got upset about something in a game. Mind you, this was all in Japan, so it was all local. But
Right,
this
right.
guy made a threat about, the developers should wash their necks. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, what the hell does that mean? And then there's like a little blurb down the bottom saying, yeah, it refers to cutting off people's heads. And I'm like, oh, yikes. But going
So
up,
what happened with that?
nothing. I think the guy got
Nothing.
questioned by
It
the
was just some
police,
crazy
but-
ass comment by some. Okay.
Yeah, some dude was upset that he didn't get what he wanted in a loot box.
Now,
Damn.
here's a new perspective to see this as like, who probably got offended by all of this.
Okay.
Like someone tweeted, "You guys won." Feel a little bad for the people screaming about how this is sexualization. They've trained themselves to see fan service in everything, so they can get mad about it. This isn't how we live. They've become more porn addicted than the people they toss the insult at.
Really though? Think about it. Like, okay, I don't know. For you guys listening and you're not like watching the podcast, this image is pretty wholesome. She's fully clothed. There's nothing really sexual about it. I mean, she's just laying down with her freaking staff and she has some pointy ears, and apparently that's like a bad thing, I guess.
Right.
I
And
don't get it.
yeah, exactly. There's no finger. And another tweet, about all this. Oh, what?
Oh, geez.
M10CQ. The actual porn addicts are in the QRTs, quote retweets, whining about that a fully clothed woman arouses them and makes them feel ashamed of themselves.
Hang on, aren't these the same people that bitch and moan that you should have sex with them? Just
Right. Like, when they get rejected.
Yeah, I was literally just talking about that. This is not an inherently sexualized image. I don't know where the hell this outrage is even coming from. Unless she's, some people's fantasy waifu or something. Other than that, I mean, I really don't know what the hell they're getting all pissed off about, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be the pointy ears.
oh,
It's got to
I
be.
swear, some of the insane things. This is like the McDonald's fiasco coming out of Japan.
Right,
I mean,
yeah,
come on, you got to give the
Okay,
Japanese
see,
an applause at this for pissing off bloody Westerners.
Without even
With their
trying,
heads.
Noble,
right? Like,
I was not going to bring that up, but since you did, yeah, that was incredibly wholesome. And people got mad about it because what? They showed like a cis white fucking family or whatever, a straight couple with a kid and having fun enjoying their little Burger King, McDonald's, or whatever the crap it was.
it was back in
Like-
Japan.
Digimon,
Yeah.
for crying out loud, the Series 3 turned around and they had the voice actors get on. They had the writers do up a script, and it was basically the characters going off and fighting cancel culture. It's a little bit more of a jab.
Yeah, Japan is pretty
Oh.
based, not gonna lie. Yeah.
Well, this is stuff. For crying out loud! It's not designed for Western audiences. It's designed for local
It's not, no,
audiences.
because
and it's-
because Western civilization is kind of fucked right now.
if you
Japan is
see
seeing all
something
this
you don't
happening, and they're
like,
just like, "What the fuck?"
is it swipe left or swipe right when you don't like something
For what?
on those
Uh,
apps?
on like things
dating
like
apps
Tinder,
when you decide
you
you're
know.
going to date someone? Is it swipe left or swipe right? Because
I
someone
don't
you
know.
yeah, just do that shit. I mean, I've seen tons of crap online that I don't like. It's like, yeah, click.
Right. And yet, and yet with all these things, you've never once have you overreacted to them and like gone, oh, I have the rage, right? No. I mean, I feel the same way, but I have no, like, I see something I don't like, I don't get the rage or the inclination to do any said rage.
No, because one, it shows you're completely immature, and two, it shows that you're basically unhinged and potentially dangerous, especially if you want to turn around and start talking about harming other people. I mean, what the hell? There's
And
a
the
certain.
fact that this happened before as well. The arson attacks. You remember in Kyoto?
Uh,
Yeah, but right
So
now, like,
Japan does not take that seriously. If some wackadoodle so-called quote-unquote fans are going to be like attacking a studio
yeah, but these,
because what they're offended by artwork, that's fucking weird.
yeah, but it's not the Japanese people in Japan who are, who are up in arms. They don't want that are
Oh no,
trying
no,
to get offended by
it's
the
the
studio.
woke Western culture.
Right.
If you want scary facts, people in the animation industry over there make piss all money. We're talking like razor thin
hell yeah.
margins. This behavior.
Yeah, and they're all, the industry's, making it, adapting to the times and incorporate, some of them are incorporating AI. So,
Oh, they better not
actually
adapt to the times. I'm scared of the times.
I actually like the fact that some Japanese company was able to get people to turn around and make fully clothed women or else actually look sexy.
yes, exactly.
That is
yeah.
really good, but it just the reaction. I mean, it's like conservative Christians basically busting a nut.
I guess that would be like the equivalent over there, right? Or something. Shit.
I'm sorry, but that's how I see the reactions on like bloody Twitter. Oh. You try to you claim to be like open and everything, and yet you're more conservative than some of the conservatives out there. I'm having too much fun with this.
I mean, what can I say though? I mean, you know what though? If it's an item of interest, though, the anime is, of course, it's called Dungeon Meshi, and you.
I mean, is it still popular? Like, it's still going to be happening. Like, they still got plenty of fans for it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's
I would imagine.
of course, it's a manga, and now they've they're turning this into anime form.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's.
I personally don't know if I'm going to watch this myself, but just the reaction, I want to, go make some popcorn.
Right, and of course, this isn't the first time where where like, first episode or two in, people got the shits over anime for, for hitting things that these people don't like. Remember Rising of the Shield Hero talked about, how women are basically would lie about being raped. Yeah, feminists didn't like that.
Wasn't that a completely different anime?
Yeah, Rising of the Shield Hero, different anime.
Yeah, I watched that, and it had an interesting storyline to it, but I didn't see. Yeah.
It was only on the first episode, and bam, still. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to have a watch of it though, if at that. But yeah. So, I suppose now, onto other things, onto the next item. We're going from one spectrum of the scale to the other. How about that? We're going from wholesome.
Oh, right on.
What's not not wholesome. And Nova, I know you wanted to talk about this, so we shall.
Yeah. Xbox confirms it's banning Baldur's Gate 3 players for auto-uploading spicy clips. Microsoft has confirmed reports it's issuing bans to Baldur's Gate 3 players on Xbox with their consoles having automatically uploaded video clips featuring in-game nudity. But it says, if we can see this better, willing to reverse suspensions if the actions are deemed to have taken in error, and suggests users turn off an auto-update feature
Often
to avoid further
further ban.
bans. Oh. I
Well-
swear, this is bloody juicy. This is even better than the bloody bear sex thing. So the point of the issue is that default settings, if you go for the whole porno sexy side of things, Microsoft on Xbox is going to go, fuck you and ban you. By using the defaults, this isn't installing any mods, this isn't doing any hacks, this is just literally playing the game as it's meant to be played, and your account will be banned, or could be banned.
Well, let's see what they say. It's the word Builder Gates 3 players were receiving bans for using an Xbox approved feature with an Xbox approved game, albeit the way potentially violating Microsoft policy. Yeah, so they say. Surfaced last week, and developer Larian quickly moved to assure fans he's working with Microsoft to sort out the annoying and uncool suspensions. Shortly after said, affected parties should be seeing their bans lifted, and that quote-unquote work is ongoing, and the Microsoft team is aware of the issue. Okay, so at least they addressed this crazy ban issue, but let's see what they're going to say about that, because why were they banned to begin with? That's important.
Right, like for posting stuff, nudity that came from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, right.
Which consists there's a lot of.
I am actually surprised that someone didn't turn around and go, could we get people into trouble with this game?
Right, and and the developers just keep going on and on with the horny train, because you know what? Some time ago, they actually added a patch in that they added physics to down below.
You would think with
Okay.
the amazing power of the Xbox, whatever, at the disposal, they could put in a little bit of line of code that states that if 18 plus part is enabled, do not save clip and upload to Xbox servers. Apparently not.
Yeah, maybe they didn't get around to it. We always talk about how technology is kind of advancing faster than basic laws can.
I mean, instead of spending time on deciding how long some character should be moaning and groaning for while in the middle of an act of sex, maybe they should have developed a bit of time, set it aside so they could think about, not getting people's asses banned, because how much is this going to cost somebody if your account basically goes poof?
Yeah, and can you imagine, how many gamers are super invested, and they're spending what, $80 on a new
Hours and
game,
hours.
and all the micropayments too. And if they do this and they're just banning accounts, it's all right, well, great, you just lost 20% of your revenue.
Could you scroll down, Joel? Unfortunately, it appears Microsoft won't be using the occasion
as an opportunity to try and reflect on and adjust its policies and practices to say make auto upload an opt-in feature rather than an opt-out one, or to disable auto uploads for mature rated games, and is instead continuing to place the burden of responsibility on players.
Interesting.
Oh, this is the money-making move, if I ever heard one.
Yeah, that's kind of how they loophole it. Okay.
Our
Right, like
team-
it's
So,
like the quality
quote,
assurance
it
features
says,
never bothered to test it.
Let's see, quote, our team evaluates appeals and can reverse suspensions if action was taken in error. Its statement continued. If it was a first offense, for example, we will remove the suspension and let players know why it happened and to avoid future issues. For example, I had to turn off auto upload when sensitive content is being captured. Oh, okay. So they don't want you to clip or upload certain
Right.
sensitive issues, I'm guessing.
I'm wondering, Baldur's Gate 3, was that on the Nintendo Switch?
I don't think so. No, they did
Mm,
release it on
I don't
PlayStation
know.
5, Xbox, and then of course PC.
Well, Xbox, they're transitioning to that, so that's they said it's going to be quite of a bumpy one
Yeah,
with
they
players
did.
that continue to use the console experiencing. Oh, they have save issues. Okay.
Right, and then yeah. So at the end of the day, like you said, no, it's my yeah. The quality testers at Microsoft never even bothered to test the thingo, and then it's like, oh,
I have to admit, I do not feel sorry for anybody who decides to, enable the adult features and gets their account banned.
mhm.
This is just gold for me. You want your horny porn time? Well, good luck. See what it costs you. I swear, sometimes people just make me want to
It's like,
throw up.
oh,
Well,
I just watched that.
Microsoft said they were able to, like, I don't know, work on it, so we'll see about that.
It's like, ooh, we discovered somebody, having some fun times with a bear. Holy shit!
Hmm.
Never ever games done this. Like, of
Oh
sharing
my
it.
god.
Uh,
But no, seriously, it's Baldur's Gate 3 really is the thing that keeps on giving. When it comes into that department. Like, I mean, granted, yes, I know I still haven't bought the game. I still haven't played that game. A big backlog of games to clear through, but still, goodness gracious me, it's
But at the end of the day, you can still play mods made by other people, right? Like you
right.
can still do
I
that.
still
You just don't upload it to their
no, no,
server,
yeah,
right?
no. At least on PC, there's no you don't auto upload. There's no auto upload thingo on when you play on
Right,
PC.
right.
You can always you share stuff or wherever, and nobody gets banned. Nobody gets so much as banned. And speaking of mods and what have you, I mean, yes, you can do all sorts, but what if you're Capcom and like if you remember like Capcom to segue onto this, they've gone onto a crusade against modding, and now like Capcom has actually famously stated that they are again like developers should be concerned about mods that are offensive to public order and morals.
Offensive to public order and morals. Yikes. That sounds like some 1984 kind of lingo right there. But then again, I feel like, I don't know, some teenager, playing this game and you happen to stumble across some modified version and you see something inappropriate. I guess that makes sense why they would want to not have that in the game. Like,
Right,
that's okay.
right.
But to ban everybody just for doing it, I don't know about that. So long as they don't post it anywhere publicly, that'll probably be okay.
well, technically, if it's uploaded to the Microsoft servers, you are posting it somewhere.
Yeah, and
Then
that's
yeah,
like
well, you're right. So that would be public.
yeah, that's when the auto
That would
share
be,
thing goes. Like
yeah.
it's got to be uploaded somewhere, and for Microsoft to get to get upset at it. Yeah, again, they haven't really tested that stuff. Huh. But yeah, that aside though, I bet you could probably imagine what kind of mods that people come up with in Baldur's Gate 3, apart from making characters prettier.
I
Like
can't even imagine the kind of mods. Oh goodness, no. People can get pretty darn creative.
exactly. Now, there is another item that we're getting to talk about Avira. There was something that that was sighted at night.
Yeah, this happened about a week and a half ago. I'm sure for anyone who's not living under a rock, you probably heard about this. In Miami, about a week ago, there was a 10-foot tall alien outside of a mall. Now, that's what some people are saying. Now, the official story is that it was a bunch of teenagers that got into a fight and started firing, I don't know, fireworks at
Right.
each other.
Let's have we can have a look at the video clip here. Of course,
Let's
you've
watch
got
the video clip. See that? See that shit right there? Look at that. So, right by the fountain, there's this white, 10-foot tall fucking monster. Yep, right there.
right where the cursor was being aimed at, like just
Right.
there.
And
So is this drone footage
if-
or
this does seem to be drone footage, but here's the thing. There were well over 100 police officer cars, like car units that were there. So basically the entire Miami police force. Not even that. They had Black Hawk helicopters checking this situation out. Now, granted, if this was just a couple of teenagers, getting into a fight and blowing some firecrackers off, okay.
what was
But
the
this got
hardest
weird.
someone-
This
you
got
wouldn't need
weird really quick.
Yeah, like you wouldn't need that many teenagers, for police cars to stop, teenagers.
Look at how many police cars are there, bro. Look at the fucking video.
Oh,
I don't know what the hell that is. Some eyewitnesses were saying that it was like a 10-foot tall creature. And then like 3 more of them popped up, and then like the army was called in, which I've seen. Anyways, just check out this article. It says social media was abuzz last week with a video that claimed to show a 10-foot alien outside of a shopping mall in Miami. The clip showed a huge police presence after a New Year's Day fight between teenagers at the mall. Yeah, that's the story that they're going with, by the way. Fuck that shit. I don't believe the media. And they were responding to a big fight, which resulted in multiple arrests, blah, blah, blah. As the news reports, the active shooter, okay, so there was probably someone there. And they said that they were not there to handle the teenagers, but they were there to actually handle a giant 8 to 10 foot tall shadow aliens. Quote, I don't know if the rumors about the aliens at the Miami Mall are real, but I do know I've never seen this many police in one place. Witness reported. Yeah, there was like 100 cars there. It was fucking gnarly. So, I don't know about this. I was watching some videos on YouTube about like some eyewitnesses who are like legit there. They're like, yeah, this creature came out of fucking nowhere, popped up, and then like apparated or something.
as if it was like
Why in the heck did they have 100 police cars there? The Black Hawk helicopters from like the United States military? What the fuck? Some of these videos are freaking wild. I don't know what to make of it.
Now it just makes you really wonder, like if it, if the average size, by average sizes and that, like aliens could actually be 10 feet tall or whatever have you.
And they could be anything. Could be 10 feet tall. Could be 3 feet tall. I don't know.
Yeah, you got all sorts, of course. You
All
could be
right.
any-
So I looked this up. You can get pretty tall with stilts.
Do you think that's what it was? Do you think that's why 100 police cars were there?
Well, first off, this is at night. Second, have you seen furry costumes? I mean, fuck.
Oh yeah, I've seen some pretty wild shit, man. I've seen
Dude,
people
this
walking
is
on
in
the stilts.
America.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
Well, it's also in Miami, Florida, so Florida's pretty
unless
fucking crazy.
Unless like the next couple of days you find out that Florida man dressed as an alien gets arrested.
The weird thing about this, like at the end of the day, like what they're talking about is that it was just a fight between a bunch of teenagers blowing off fireworks, and yet they sent 100 police there. I mean, I don't know about that. I think something else is going on. A Black Hawk helicopter? What the fuck? For some teenagers blowing off some firecrackers? Bro, I don't believe that for a fucking second. No way. Do you? Come on, look at that crap.
No, you'd
Something,
only need at
something's up.
least you'd only send out one car to if teenagers with fireworks are being a bit unruly.
Yeah, one, maybe two.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
something like
two
that.
if need be.
Yeah.
But
This
Okay,
stuff
well, you
kind
got
of
3 or 4
reminds.
kids, fighting each other. Okay, whatever. You're causing a disturbance in the mall. Whatever. You don't send the
This
entire city's police force. That's fucking bonkers, man.
this does remind me a little bit of Slender Man, to be honest.
Oh, he's about as tall. Yeah, 10, 12 feet,
yeah, and just phases in and out of nowhere until bam.
And yeah, more than one witness said that. They were like, yeah, I saw this thing, and it came out, and it was like, they said it looked like a hologram. I don't know what the hell to believe, man, but like, when you're looking at freaking Miami aliens, like, bro,
It's
something
Miami.
happened.
How's that not a surprise? Besides, the bloody Pentagon already turned
Well,
around
it
and said,
wasn't some homeless guy on bath salts, it wasn't anything like that. Like, this is something different.
the U.S.
Yeah.
government's Defense Department turned around and said, "Yeah, look, we've got these unexplained incidences, so aliens are potentially real."
Oh yeah, well, we spoke about that a while ago. Yeah, when they released the footage of like the freaking Tic Tac and all the alien crap going on. Basically, the U.S. government was like, "Yep, we have no idea what the hell these things are. They're not from Earth, but we'll keep you updated." That was pretty much it. At that point, you're like, "Oh, well, shit, what?" I think one of
Oh
the
well,
first videos they released was back in 2020. Back when the whole world went to shit. And at that point, anyone would believe anything. So it's like, all right, well, sure, aliens, all right, whatever. Like, who cares? I'm just not
And,
sure what to make of this
right,
incident,
and
like
yet
in Hawaii.
and yet
I'm
in
sorry, in
all
Miami.
things like you know alien sightings are being seen there like, all over the world. Like it's not just the United States, but people have been reporting alien sightings all over.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
so
Well,
yeah,
everyone's got a camera now. Everyone has a freaking smartphone. You can just record anything.
yeah, exactly.
But
And
something
it's
like this, I mean, in look at the enormous police presence. I've never seen anything quite like that.
first off, the footage is questionable, just with the way it is. I'd say give it a couple of
It is
weeks to see what
questionable
comes out about it.
because
Like I
it
said,
looks like a hug.
you couldn't tell what exactly was going on. I mean, it could have even been faked. I mean, holograms are now possible. They're a bit of a pain
I
in the
mean,
ass
if
to
it
set
was
up,
fake,
but
why in the hell did they have freaking the helicopters there and like
because people
150
freak
police
the
cars?
fuck out. Haven't you
That
seen
many
that?
cop cars? Come on, they gotta know something. Something happened.
I mean, I think they're probably trying to arrest the alien for being illegal.
Yes, the illegal aliens.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Hey, you came to Earth undocumented. Get the hell out of here.
That
No,
is so
you
racist.
need to have need to have a legally approved spaceship to land.
Yeah, right. You have an undocumented spaceship.
Go back to whatever star system you came from.
Do you have your aviation license yet?
No, well, they're refugees from an interstellar war. They're just looking for asylum.
Well, not in my backyard.
no, really. Imagine this, though. I think it's almost as if we were like living in a whole episode of like Men in Black.
Right? Yeah, I'm just waiting for like the black vans to come up and like dudes in suits be like, all right, guys, nothing to see here.
Well, unfortunately, Will Smith bitch slapped someone, so unfortunately he's been cancelled.
They got other agents. It's fine.
All you gotta do is keep his wife's name out of your mouth, and you won't get slapped.
I don't know what the hell this was. It could have been an alien. It could have been some interdimensional being, or maybe nothing.
It could have been some
fact
jackass
that they
with
had this-
stilts and playing piss pot.
Yo, and if they did that, they're the biggest fucking troll in America, because that's pretty incredible. With the response that they got, I mean, shit. Black Hawk helicopters came in, man. The fucking military. Man, what? What if it was an alien? Okay, what if it actually was an alien, though?
Well, the
Unfortunately,
crowds
we'll
would just
find
be
out.
all over, and the police would have to tell them to disperse, like trying to get the photos of the aliens. How's an alien? No
I'm actually
way!
concerned about the alien, to be honest.
Yeah, like he's probably just some random dude. He's like, yeah, I just landed on this planet. Got a bunch of sirens around me. I'm just chilling.
No, it's
I
just
think
some
I'll just go back to
redneck
Zeta
that's-
Reticula.
It's more some redneck that's got a trigger happy finger. I'm concerned about.
I'ma go shoot that Leia Mao. Hell yeah.
What? I ain't seen anything like this. He's got a really shaped head.
Bang!
Gonna mount his head on my wall.
Oh, yeah.
Are you seeing this? Can we eat this?
But
Oh my goodness. Holy, totally bonkers, man. Could you imagine?
Wow.
Wow,
No,
keep
it's
going.
we're seeing
Use
yeah,
my
really
turn.
really seeing all sorts of crazy stuff up there, and like nobody could really explain.
I just wanted
Okay.
to bring this story up because it totally went viral around the world. So I don't know what the hell this is. It could be an alien. It could be a fucking hologram.
could
Or
be some dude trying to
I
piss
don't know.
people off.
I don't know. Got to look into it.
Yeah, and then the people who are out there trying to investigate this stuff, looking for clues, are still they got them wondering too.
If I was right there, like if I saw like literally that many police presence in one area around a freaking mall,
Yeah, you know
yeah, I'd be a
something's
little
up.
concerned. I would not think it's a couple of teenagers, fighting
No,
with some
no.
firecrackers. Nah, it's like some
You
either
know.
it's a terrorist thing or it's alien. It's like it's gotta be something.
Yeah, you
Gotta
know
be.
something's up for sure. You know something's up. But now I guess. But yeah, no, it's like I said, how are we gonna? Actually, no. You know what? Imagine if they had to round up the alien and put him in a thingo, or imagine the amount of interest that NASA would take in it. Or
Hang on,
whatever
if
have
it was an actual alien, wouldn't they have just called ICE in?
Yeah, well, that's where we get the SBC Foundation because they probably deal with that shit to some degree.
You'd get the border patrol. Yes. 100%. But yeah. Anyway, I think this would be about all the time we've got for the week. Yeah, some pretty
Okay.
insane stuff. Yeah. Pretty insane. Yes, a lot of pretty insane things that happened. I'll say that much. So who'd like to just wrap this up a bit? Closing statement. Who'd like? Just with what we got. Noble.
Well, Baldur's Gate. I can't wait to see what that game decides to, drag
I
out into the public next.
honestly, with game, something like that, you've just got to experience that for yourself, or like to see. You're right. Like see what the next hold my beer moment is, because I'm sure they're the experts at doing that. Right?
And
If
you're
you're
also going to be very careful about the doctors you speak to. It's always a good idea to get a second opinion if you have to,
right,
or a
it's.
20th.
I mean, heck, God forbid, like in worst case, like they just end up like a modern counselor these days, like to the point where people start to distrust that sort of thing. Which, yeah, not pretty. Anyway, if you're
Wow, what a week, guys. Definitely want to talk about what Noble said before, one of our previous topics. Um, if you have a problem and you're going to a doctor to solve that problem, make sure y'all go to the right person to fix that issue, all right? So hopefully that'll work out for you. Um, hopefully everyone that was banned off of Boulder's Gate, just for doing whatever, maybe they can reinstate that. We'll see
yeah,
what's gonna happen with that. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a fantastic night and awesome show, man.
yeah, and don't forget not to go crazy over some pretty, beautiful, wholesome anime girls.
Well, yeah, that's way too wholesome.
Yeah, that's it. All right, now thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as you did making it, and hope this, thus far, 2024 is going well for you. Now that we're starting to get halfway through it this month. So, as always, our episodes are available on Podbean, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Play.fm, iHeartRadio, BitChute, and more platforms further down the line. All right, this is us signing off for a week. Farewell, and until next time.
Plays the X-Files theme.